Dear friends, this is Ingo from About Africa, and let's dive into a story that blurs the lines between flea market finds and priceless cultural treasures. Recently in Germany, Niedersachsen, the German state of Lower Saxony, they returned 6 wooden figures to Cameroon, given back. They were smuggled into Germany 2019 with forged documents, with forged papers, and they should go to the States. That's it. And they got intercepted by I have to read it, by the Lower Saxony State Office for the Preservation of Monuments. That means it's the Niedersächsisches Landesamt für Denkmalpflege, NLD, when authorities uncovered the fake papers. And the official handover took place in Hanover with a delegation from Cameroon, the Cameroonian embassy receiving the objects. So what makes the figures so special? According to Dr. Herbert Potter, he's the cultural property protection expert as the NLD, two ethnological research specialists, they classified the objects as Class A protected cultural assets. Cultural real treasures. And this was, it seems, confirmed by specialists from Cameroon. Under Cameroon law, of course, it's not allowed to export such objects. But, however, he did not give me details about the reports. He did not give me the names of the experts. Okay, it's maybe data protection law, whatever, but it's nothing. And then the things are getting a little murky, because here you can see the objects. We have 6 of them. And if you have a look at them, you find some things. First, you see, if you have seen a lot of Cameroon objects, they don't see like to be old, authentic objects, not at all. And for example, the 6 objects there, they look very, very similar. As if they were made from the same hand, maybe, from the same workshop. And if you look at the patina, it's a strange patina. All 6 have the same patina. It's not a patina that you like to see if they are really old objects which were used tribally used for years or culturally used for years and years. It looks very made patina, and they're very even, they're very similar once again for all these 6 objects, which makes it very strange. And okay, but this is, of course, my opinion, but who am I? And so I asked experts, and they do not agree with the Class A cultural treasure standard. For example, Dr. Bettina von Linte, she's one of the main experts for the traditional Cameroon art. She wrote this book with Harald Weiss, for example, about the art of the Cameroon grassland. She wrote me that they are not very old from the photos, but likely recent imitations. Then I asked Dr. David Semenek, he's an ethnologist as well, and he's the head of the auction house Semenek Münster, which is specialized in the art of Oceanic and of Africa. And he sees thousands and thousands of objects each year and has to evaluate whether they are authentic, used, old, or whether they are new. And he wrote me, they are actually craft reproductions in old style, made as fakes specially for the Western art market. In short, I would say, in my words, these statues are basically eBay works or goods or flea market goods, whatever, maybe worth 100 euro each. I wouldn't pay 100 euro, not at all, but 100 euro. And I guess that the papers, the forged papers, they're here to convince buyers that they are really great treasures. So if you fake papers, why wouldn't you fake objects? That's the point. So we could say, okay, let it be. What I think is very frustrating about this case is what it says about the law. This Germany and the European as well, Cultural Property Protection Act, it was designed, for example, to avoid that terrorists in whatever an Asian, Arab country or wherever they take looted art and sell them on the Western market. That's one of the main reasons why this law was made. And it's of course no question that we should return these illegal cultural assets This is the right thing, of course, of course, of course. But the point is, here average flea market goods are labeled as especially protected cultural property. And the case, of course, raises hard questions. Which experts can really tell the difference between true heritage items and modern copies? I think the ethnologists, the researchers who were asked by the NLD, they were not, is my thing. But okay, I can't be right, I can't be wrong, whatever. And second, of course, how strictly and fair is the law being applied, especially with non-European art. And maybe in other cases, this is something which happens to African art, but what happens to Arabian art? What happens to the Greek art, or to the Egyptian art, or to whatever, Asian art? If the experts there are, if they're doing the same things like this, if they say, oh, this is a treasure and it's not a treasure, but a flea market object, or maybe other thing around, that it's really a treasure, and they say, oh no, it's flea market around, I'm frustrated. I really have my problems with it. So that's the story. With forged paperwork and questionable expertise, flea market objects can turn into natural treasures. So, what's your opinion? What's your comments about it? Have you heard of similar things, of similar cases? If so, please write some comments, comment this. It would be very interesting to see more about and to learn more about these points. And of course, would be great if you like this video and subscribe my channel. See you.